Yo, what is going on, YouTube? My name is Billy TKO. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like this video and also be sure to subscribe to the channel. When you guys subscribe, we go to a different stratosphere. Guys, I also have a Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Discord, all linked down below. I've been on Twitch pretty much every single day, going live, just playing video games, having fun, super easy stuff. But guys, I feel like WWE has made a little bit of a mistake, and in today's video, I want to talk about that. So without further ado, let's just hop right directly into the video. Alright guys, so again, do all those things that I said in the beginning of the video, and definitely be sure to subscribe. But guys, WWE has made a very, very bold, big mistake, I think. So, one thing that happened last night on Monday Night Raw was we seen Sami Zayn return. Sami Zayn returned in Charlotte, North Carolina to a pretty hot crowd and got a very big ovation, but he ultimately talked about him and his friendship with Kevin and how they main evented WrestleMania together, how they fought at WrestleMania, numerous things. Ultimately, Adam Pearce decided to come out after Sami had suggested that he gets a match at the Elimination Chamber against Kevin Owens. Adam Pearce playing into the pile driver that Kevin Owens did to Sami Zayn, pretty much told Sami, hey, you're not cleared, so I cannot make this match happen. Sami Zayn suggests that he makes it unsanctioned. For anybody who is not aware, unsanctioned just meaning that Sami, no matter whether he is medically cleared or not, can have this match with Kevin Owens. He's saying, I'm good, pretty much. The unsanctioned match means anything goes. WWE is not liable for anything that takes place. Obviously, this is just in kayfabe. WWE is obviously liable if anything actually goes wrong. This unsanctioned match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is going to take place at the Elimination Chamber. Now, this is where we get to dive into the problem. One of the biggest problems with this, if not the biggest problem with this, is that it leaves Sami Zayn without something to do at this year's WrestleMania. Now, we obviously know that the WrestleMania plans aren't really set in stone. We only know of one match for certain. That is Gunther versus Jey Uso. So that match is set in stone. But ultimately, there's still a whole card to build, but you kind of ask yourself the question, well, where does that leave Sami Zayn? Because here's the thing. No matter how this match goes between Sami and Kevin, it ultimately is going to lead into Kevin Owens potentially facing Randy Orton, because I do believe that Randy Orton now will cost Kevin Owens this match against Sami Zayn. Again, this is ultimately to get Randy that big babyface reaction, which he ultimately will do. Let's be real here. So it leaves Sami with nothing. So Sami is going to walk into Toronto, which, by the way, I get why WWE is doing this at the Elimination Chamber. It makes sense, right? It's in Toronto. It's in Canada. That is Sami and Kevin's home country. They are going to want this match probably more than Las Vegas does. But again, WrestleMania is the grandest stage. That's the biggest thing. And let's be real here. Sami had a really good year this year. He, won the Intercontinental Championship back at WrestleMania last year. He ended up going on a pretty good Intercontinental Championship run, eventually dropping at the Braun Breaker, and then has just told great stories with the Bloodline throughout it. So you kind of beg yourself the question, well, why would we at WWE leave Sami Zayn without anything to do? It doesn't really make sense. I think WWE messed up here, but I think it could potentially be for the better. And let me tell you why. So, again, playing into the storyline, Randy Orton is going to cost Kevin Owens. One thing to be aware of is that recently, Sami Zayn has run into Karrion Kross. Now, if you guys don't know the story of Karrion Kross, it is that everything that he touches pretty much turns bad, whether that have been the New Day, whether that have been, who else, Shinsuke Nakamura, or whether that have been even so much as so of the Bloodline. If you guys remember when Karrion Kross returned to the WWE, put the little timer on the ring mat, or Scarlett did, pretty much saying that the Bloodline was a ticking time bomb. And you kind of beg yourself the question of what does this do for Sami Zayn? What is eventually going to happen to Sami Zayn? Well, again, Sami Zayn's about to be left off the WrestleMania card. What does that do to somebody who's had such a great year in pro wrestling? Well, I know that that would make me pretty mad. I know that I would be upset in this circumstance. I would be very, very angry with the company. I would be very angry with the fans. Why didn't you guys push harder for me? A lot of those things. Now, I get it. Sami is going to win that match between Kevin and Sami. He is going to win that match. He's going to get a big babyface ovation in this unsanctioned match. I understand that. But that still leaves us with about a month and a half until WrestleMania, which gives us about a month and a half to tell a new story. But it's not even so much of a new story. It's that Sami just is going to be left off the card. But who is getting a lot of shine right now? Yeet? Jey Uso. Jey Uso is getting a lot of love. And if you guys remember at the Royal Rumble, Jey Uso actually eliminated Sami Zayn. Now, Sami wasn't too mad at it. He just kind of let it play off. But let's be real here. Sami's going to get jealous. He's going to be upset. He's going to be angry. He's going to be mad. He's going to be all of those things that Jey is essentially getting all the shine that Sami feels that he deserves. It's very, very simple. It's not a hard math equation to figure out. But again, you beg yourself the question, why is Sami being left off of the card? Well, I think it's for a bigger purpose. I think the purpose here is for Sami to cost Jey his moment. If you guys remember last year's WrestleMania, it was grand. It was great. Cody wins. You know, you ultimately get the great finish, all of those things. You get what was a wonderful moment. Well, if you've ever watched WWE, not everything is a quote-unquote wonderful moment. Everything is a moment, but not everything is wonderful. Sami turning on Jey ultimately leads to one of the best storylines that I think we'll get throughout the summer. Sami and Jey for the World Heavyweight Championship, because I don't think Sami will cost Jey the title. I actually do believe Jey is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. But I think it is going to be in behalf of a feud between him and Sami. And even if Sami doesn't cost him, it's going to start trickling down, right, into the later months, like I said, into the summer. Jey and Sami having that moment at WrestleMania where Sami ultimately cost him, I think is the best thing for Sami to do, quote-unquote, at WrestleMania. Because, again, I know he has nothing. He's not going to have anything after this, and I think that's why they're doing it, is so they can play into Jey and Sami later down the line. Because let's be real here, that's a story we all want, because then you can bring Jimmy out, you can get him involved, you can get Roman involved. There are numerous things that you can do with Jey as world champion, and this just so happens to be one of them. You know who else might not be really happy at this? Roman Reigns. Hey, you're not the guy, I'm the guy. Like, there's numerous things that WWE can do, but I ultimately think that what is a bad situation can ultimately be for the better. Because Sami, no matter what we think is going to be a shitbag heel, I don't want him to be, because I actually love Sami as a babyface. I enjoy rooting for Sami. I think he is the epitome of like what a quote-unquote good guy is. He's just your average everyday Joe, which I find enjoyment out of, because I'm your average everyday Joe. But yeah, no, ultimately, you guys are going to be the deciders of that. You guys can let me know down in the comment section below how you feel about it. How do you guys feel about Sami ultimately turning heel? Do you think that WWE doing this match at the Elimination Chamber is for the worse, for the better? Let me know down in the comment section below. We can have a conversation about it. But guys, if you're new here, definitely be sure to like this video. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because when you guys subscribe, we go to a different stratosphere. I have a Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Discord, all linked down below. I'm going to be doing some video game content as soon as WWE 2K25 drops, so definitely expect some WWE 2K25 content over on this channel. Ultimately, I'm begging the question that I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers this year, so if you guys would like, definitely subscribe. And at 10,000 subscribers, man, maybe we can give away a copy of 2K25 to a lucky person. But yeah, other than that, guys, that is all I got for you, and I will be talking to you later.